Hi, my wonderful community. How are you? So today I have to do a selfie video because my assistant is not around, and someone just triggered me to do a video. A few weeks ago, I posted something about Yestugo. You know, this new drug that has been introduced for HIV prevention. Actually, the scientific name is lenacapavir, and I saw I saw it after FDA approval, and then 3 days ago I also saw that the WHO also recommended it or endorsed it. So people are asking about how it compares with existing methods of HIV prevention, what we call, especially what we call post pre-exposure prophylaxis, and we've been having pills. We've been having a Truvada. We've been having the other one. I don't remember the name, but it's still having the same combination as Truvada. They both have tenofovir and emtricitabine. So yeah, there are very many. I mean, there are differences, of course, because the other pre-exposure prophylactic methods for HIV, you have to take daily pills, and this injection that is being introduced into the market, you have to do only twice a year. So this is a very big development. This is a win for science. It's something that is next to awesomeness. So, yeah, I'm going to just give a few facts or details about Yestugo, that is lenacapavir, just to share information. I mean, to enlighten us on what it's all about. And but you can search online. It's all over now. It's all over, and I saw everyone talking about it. Scientists, doctors, yeah, even people who are not in the field. Yeah, so you can check it out. But this is just a few points that I have about this. Just watching and see. So basically, when it comes to HIV, we have three approaches in the management of HIV. And the first one would be the pre-exposure prophylaxis. Then if you cannot do that, or if you failed to do that, then you can do a post-exposure prophylaxis if you are exposed. Okay, and if you happen to transmit or to get the virus into your body, then you can do the treatment. So there are those three approaches in the management: pre-exposure prophylaxis, post-exposure prophylaxis, and treatment. And in all these, different drug combinations are usually used in these three types of approaches, these three managements. So basically, my subject today is about the pre-exposure prophylaxis and the introduction of the new drug that is Yestugo, which the scientific name is lenacapavir. And before, we've been having three other formulations for prevention, post-exposure prophylaxis for HIV. And one of them is Truvada, which is taken orally daily by mouth every day. And it has emtricitabine, and tenofovir. And also we have Descovy, which has the same, but the tenofovir is a different constitution. And then we have an injectable that is taken twice a month. I mean, every 2 months. That is Apretude. The scientific name is cabotegravir. Cabotegravir. And now we have the introduction of the new drug that is lenacapavir in the form of Yestugo. Actually, this lenacapavir, we've been having it, Esulenka, but Sulenka has been used for HIV, for treatment, not for prevention. It has been there for prevention. So this new formulation, which is Yestugo, is being introduced for PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis. So basically, I will talk about lenacapavir, and it's a long-acting injectable drug that is now being used for HIV treatment and prevention, and it's a capsid inhibitor, meaning it targets the protein shell of the HIV virus and prevents it from replicating. Replication is the multiplication of the virus in the body. Okay, so the WHO recently recommended this drug as an additional HIV prevention option, now to make them 4, administered twice yearly as part of combination HIV prevention approaches. And before that, the FDA, the US, had also approved it for both treatment and pre-exposure prophylaxis. Okay, and even as we talk now, my country, that is Kenya, has been marked as one of the 9 countries that this drug is going to be introduced for PrEP starting January 2026. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to, I'm going to share a short clip of our authorities, the people in the ministry, and what they had to say about the introduction of this new medicine. Actually, this is a breakthrough in science. This is something that is, like I said, it's awesome. It would be very nice to have it. So I don't have more details, about this, but what I can say is that this drug is used in adults with HIV who have not responded to other treatments. That is in the treatment option, and it's always used with other HIV medication in combination. And I said the mechanism of action, the way it acts, just to prevent the multiplication of the virus in the body. And in the treatment, it reduces the amount of HIV as a virus in the body. But when we go to the prophylaxis, as it's been approved, it's being used now for people who are at high risk of getting HIV. And just again, I will remind you, it's twice a year injection, and it offers long-acting alternative to daily oral preparations for PrEP, and also alternative to Apretude, that is every 2 months. So this is something that is something that is very good. So basically, that's it. If someone has been having difficulties in adhering to the oral medication every day, or people who face, like people who are like maybe posted in areas that they cannot be able to get refills for their medication every other time. So you just need an injection, and after every 6 months, you can renew your injection. But I want to give you what I mean, like the points that I usually give you at the end of every video, the important considerations that you have to look at, even if you are going to take this injection. You should know that it doesn't protect against other sexually transmitted infections, gonorrhea, syphilis, all this. And it will be also more effective if it is used as prescribed. You should know that PrEP basically is not a morning after pill for HIV exposure. So you should use it like I said, maybe you are posted in a place that is far. You should make sure, when the 6 months are almost ending, you get your next dose. So if you don't, then you'll be risking contracting HIV. So basically, that's it. And herein now I share what our authorities had to say about these. Director General for Health and the Minister had to say about this new introduction. Yes.
We have had oral pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is given daily. However, the challenge of daily PrEP is that you may forget 1 or 2 days, and therefore then the protection that you desire to get is not assured. This new innovation ensures that once you get the jab, you are protected for 6 months, and you go after 6 months for the next jab. So it's a new arsenal in terms of our prevention strategy, more so knowing that we have achieved what we call epidemic control, but we still have these emerging infections, which is mainly in our young population. So this is a great innovation coming forward, and we are glad as a country that we are one of the first adapters. And the reason as to why we are going to do this in January is because we have to change our existing guidelines. We have to train the healthcare workers. We have to put the logistics in place of how to get the medicines, how we are going to store it, and a raft of other measures that we need to put in place to ensure that it's successfully deployed. Otherwise, if those scenarios were in place, we would have been glad to deploy as soon as today. But January is not too late. So I think it's a welcome measure, and it's a real big game changer in terms of HIV prevention going forward. I submit, Chair.
Because we will answer all questions related to health, because I know everything. This drug is one of the medicines that have been approved for pre-exposure for HIV. As we sit here, it has been approved by the US FDA, that's the Food and Drug Authority. It's been endorsed by WHO only 2 days ago, and it's given as an injection every 6 months for the prevention of HIV. And I knew the media was going to ask me that question must be coming from the media, not coming from. They must have used the senator too, because
We'll call that a speculation from.
And let me finish. So Kenya is one of the first adoptees of this innovation, and we expect to roll out in the first quarter of 2026. We are working with the support of ourselves and Global Fund. Why do I say so? Is that the senator, this question I was saying, and I said, somebody should ask me, and I'm very happy the senator has asked me. Thank you very much, because I think it's a good question for the people of Kenya. So senator, it's good you have asked, it's good you have answered, and I'm happy the media will tell the people of Kenya. So the media has played its role. But I knew this question on my way to Parliament. I was going to be asked. So this is a very important innovation. It's only been approved by WHO 2 days ago, according to our data. And for more technical, let me just give 1 minute to the DG to tell us this first quarter of 2026, why? Is it because of the many procedures and processes?
So that's it. We can stay now patiently waiting for Yetsugo to be, launched in Kenya by January 2026. But then remember, I was also chatting with one of my friends about the cost implications of this medicine. That I think a single shot would be costing around 14,000 US dollars. So you can see that's around I think converted would be almost 2 million Kenyan shillings. So this is not again a drug that would be accessible to many in terms of their costs, unless there are other news about how someone is going to get it, or whether it's going to be given like the normal HIV medication that are being used for treatment, the way they are given, the pills. So let's wait and see, and we shall be updating you on any other news that we come across about this very important medication. So, yeah, until next time, I want to say thank you, and keep connecting, keep sharing our content, subscribe to our social media platforms, and let's educate each other and let's share knowledge. Comment and let me know also what you want us to discuss so that we can keep it in the pipeline. Asante sana.